Alright, everybody, it's Jeff Murphy back with Murphy J Gaming. Today, I will be bringing to you a Ziggs guide. One of the more popular mids right now. He's definitely a lane bully. He's a lot of fun. He's funny to play. He's got a ton of jokes. He likes to have a good time. I like to have a good time. So me and Ziggs naturally get along. Here you see me start off with 2 fairy charms, 3 pots. This is an old school start. I don't remember all the details playing this game, but I definitely wanted to give this a go so I could spam some abilities to be able to harass down and be that lane bully during the early game. So that's what Ziggs basically does. He has a passive ability that triggers ever so often, making his autos do extra damage. He has a bouncing bomb, which gives it extra range if you're if you can be skilled with it. He has a minefield he can lay down, which allows you to manipulate, where you want your opposite laner to go, or it can be used for farming. And then his W puts down a satchel charge, which can bounce enemies away from you or bounce you away from enemies, depending on how close you are. So Ziggs has just got a lot of ability. He's definitely a bully. He can push the lane. He has the ability to roam with his ultimate, which I didn't get to talk about. It's Mega Inferno Bomb. He chunks it up, and depending on how far away he is from, the final destination of the bomb, that's how long it will take to land. It's definitely a lot of fun to play with. Ziggs, as I said, is a lot of fun. So let's jump right in here. Our lane matchup is against the Syndra. Syndra's an assassin-y burst type mid. She's not able to really bully us early on in lane. We should definitely have the advantage. I'm not really pushing the lane up or even autoing down Syndra as much as I should. So that's one thing I need to work on, definitely with Ziggs. I beat her to level 2. Not by much, though. And I'm missing a bouncing bomb there, which is terrible. Also missed a couple CS already. There's another. She's kind of pushing the lane. I'm trying to pick up CS when I can. I don't know why I'm using my spell so heavily. I think I'm testing to see how hard I can use Fairy Charm and be beneficial early on. So right now we're both at full health. I've used a ton of way more mana than she has. So she started off with a Doran's Ring and 3 biscuits, so she's definitely going to have some staying power against me in lane. I'm not going to be able to bully her out like I like to. And I kind of lost out on those early levels where I could be able to auto attack and kind of get ahead. So I got to make sure I keep up the pressure here. I don't know why I'm playing so far back. And our bot lane gets first blooded. That's never good. First blood for your team would have been nice. First blood for yourself is even better, but it happens. Can't get down. Don't say anything. Here I go backing, and we pick up a kill with Warwick top. And I know how much it costs to go ahead and pick up the Chalice, which gives me bonus MR against Syndra. And the mana regen is a lot better than just 2 Fairy Charms. So I'm going to head on back to lane here. Not sure why my screen is just stuck there where I'm looking at. When you're walking back to lane, you should definitely be checking out the other lanes, trying to pick up any tendencies you can check out, and take as much information as you can. Sorry, I had to grab a drink. And Syndra's kind of, taking the role of the lane bully now because she's definitely ahead of me. She just stayed in lane. I didn't damage her before I backed. I didn't even use all my mana, which is not good as well. So you want to make sure you're using your mana, especially before you back or when you back, so to speak. Volibear picks up our little strangling werewolf there. And she's starting to be able to push the lane, and this is when she gets scary. when she's able to go ahead and kind of bully you, so to speak. She's hitting a lot of her skill shots. That is very good on her part. We had a pretty fair exchange there, but she still has biscuits and or pots that turn into biscuits. She went into the support tree, but she's gonna still be able to out sustain me. Most likely, I obviously chugged some pots there too, so we're about back to even. I haven't seen any Volley Bear shenanigans yet, which is good for me. Even though Volley doesn't have a great time ganking Ziggs because of the W and its ability to pop people out of place when he's trying to run at them. Also, the minefield, it's very hard for him to run directly through the minefield and damage you. Here I am picking up my ultimate at level 6. Now we're both level 6, and there's a little slight harass. Nothing intense. And here I am trying to sneak up top for ultimate. This is pretty bad communication. I thought Warwick was going to go in and force him back towards the tower. He did not. So I basically wasted my ult there for nothing. I like to say, probably heard it in a couple videos before, your ultimate has a cooldown for a reason. You need to use it. But right there, that could have been a lot better if we were on the same page. So, Syndra's back buying. She doesn't want to get too far behind. And I should definitely be shoving a lane here. So if she comes back, I can obviously shop as well. And here she is. I should check her inventory, which doesn't look like I'm doing. I accidentally checked the tower's inventory. There we go. Fiendish Codex, couple wards, and a Doran's Ring. So she definitely is aware that Warwick will be coming, and he will be level 6, and we will lock her down for guaranteed damage. So that's a sign of a solid player, a knowledgeable player. He at least knows there's some good auto attack harass. There I am getting smacked by an orb. Got to make sure you don't get hit by those. But I do not have boots anyway. This is not a good predicament for me. But as you can see, clever use of the satchel charge bounces me far enough away where she cannot, continue on for a kill. And I'm out of mana, so I should be backing. Here's my recall. And there's Yasuo killing Jax. Alright, here, a little annoyed by the constant harass of the sphere, so I picked up boots and went to boots 2. The spell pen's good and allows me to move around a little bit quicker. There you've seen in the fountain a little trick, satchel trick. You throw it down, you leave the fountain, boosts you up, get you back to lane a little bit faster. That allows you to get some more farm. Get back to lane and farm. That's what you want to do with Ziggs. Ziggs is an excellent farmer. And farm will eventually, win you the game. If you can out-farm your opponent mid, you will have a higher impact. You will hit your item threshold before he will. As long as you both, as long as he's not roaming getting extra kills. And there was a bouncing bomb for max range. You could see how far it went. Which is another awesome thing about Ziggs. It just gives him a lot of play that you can, kind of master and figure out. Here I am shoving a lane, not sure where Syndra is. I ping missing just so bot lane knows. And she went to pick up blue buff, which I would love to have. And there's a good bouncing bomb dealing some damage. Warwick just picked up red buff. There's a bad bouncing bomb. And this should definitely be trouble. There we go. And that gets me a good lead. Warwick Ziggs is not a combo you'll probably see a lot, but it is very good because it makes the Mega Inferno Bomb do a ton of damage because they have to sit still right in the middle. And if you time it right, she can't even flash from it. She flashed out the middle, so it didn't do as much damage there. But in general, she's not going to, or whoever, your mid laner, or whoever's being ganked is not going to be able to get away. You're going to be able to pick your targets and go to town and make sure you kill the targets you want. Because Warwick, the longer the game goes on, the bigger he gets, regardless if he's top, jungle, mid, bottom. It doesn't matter where he's at. The larger he gets, the better. And there's a satchel charge on the bear. We definitely should not be here. Warwick had to waste a flash. I do not have any cooldowns, but I escaped because I started leaving way earlier, and I am not a melee champion. Having Syndra die there was huge. She had me, because I had to back early on to pick up the chalice, she definitely had me by experience. And I also picked up the blue from her, which opens up our blue for, Warwick, who is arguably pretty mana-starved. He's coming back for another game with red buff, which is awesome, and here you go. He picks up the kill, which isn't bad. Warwick, kills are kills as long as we're getting them. And as you can see, his ultimate is just going to lock you down, especially if you don't have an escape. I should definitely just get this little bit of farm and get back out and spend the gold I have. Should definitely be picking up a large rod here. And there's the recall. I do a lot of talking, sorry. I have to get something to drink. And there's the rod. One thing I wish I did that I didn't do here, obviously, is pick up some wards, because I preach it, Vision's gonna win you games all the time. Extra Vision is amazing. And as you can see here, I am sneaking down, trying to pick up something from this bot lane. Hopefully our Sivir can do something. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Oh, look, and I find a Volibear. I don't know what I'm thinking about going back in for. I should not be doing that. And here he is. The minefield. And finally, Sivir opens her eyes and realizes what's going on. If she would have done that the first time, we would have had a ton of damage. And I see a Quirky rocket, so I know Quirky is wrapped around trying to make a play. Not too worried about it. Here I am, taxing the lane a little bit, and I get completely, utterly blown up and caught out like an idiot. Those deaths are the ones that you should smack yourself for. Those are terrible deaths. There's no reason to be there. No reason to be pushing the AD carry's lane while Syndra's back in my lane. I most certainly just shouldn't have been there. No reason to be. So I deserved that one, I guess. And I already knew Volibear was hanging around bot. And they obviously knew I was there and an easy target. So they capitalized on that. That was not good. I guess maybe I hung out because Warwick was coming. Maybe we could have made a play. But here I am storming back down bottom lane again, trying to get an ultimate. It's not a good look. And Syndra shows up. And Morgana. There we go. This, gonna hit all three, which is good damage. And trying to get in there. Ooh. Not good. Missed the satchel charge to bounce me forward, which was a good thing it looked like. And I missed the bouncy bomb that probably would have decimated Leona. Jesus, another missed bouncing bomb. I need to throw down the minefield. That's the trick. You want to throw down a minefield and manipulate them to walk a certain way. They either take damage from the minefield or they take damage from the bouncing bomb. So you want to make sure you're doing that, and I was doing it backwards there. Here we're going to try and pressure the tower. We don't want to let them back. Try and pick up this gold. Towers and objectives in general are the way you win games. Kills are not going to get you a lot of wins. You will win games if you can carry, obviously, especially a solo queue. but objectives help the whole team out collectively. So picking up a tower is very important, especially this early in the game. And Dragon, obviously we can rotate over to Dragon and attempt to pick it up. So, looks like my computer is bugging out. I'm not really sure what was going on. And there was no smite by our jungler, which is scary. So, if you don't have smite, here's a jungle tip for you. Try to not do Dragon, because Dragon, 50-50 dragons are just bad. They just don't want to get all that time and effort, you invest. You don't want them to get that. It's worth more gold as it goes on now. And I need to get back to mid lane. Here we go. And it's always a good idea to pick up Wraith's Wolf Camp. Whenever you can get your lane pushed up, like I can see Syndra, obviously, right there in the middle of the lane. And she's shoved up. She can't really do much. So I'm able to pick up Wraiths, move around, as I see our top laner getting pummeled. Oh, yes, there is a excellent ult. Hit both targets, done max damage. They were stuck in the middle, and our furry friend is running here. I don't think there's anything in mid lane could do. Satchel charge to give. Oh, there was a stun. I lied. Mid lane could stun. There was satchel charge to get me a little bit closer. Here's to hoping they try to cut it across, and they do. Warwick is an animal. Boom. Easy kill. Oh, and here I am getting annihilated, and I would like to think that that was a pretty good outplay after I misplayed. Warwick definitely helped me out there. I was in trouble. Satchel flashed over, and Satchel charged behind there. The Satchel charge was preemptive, trying to dodge her sphere that she picks up to slam down on me. Didn't want to take that damage. She ended up missing, and I ended up getting away from it. This is extremely dangerous because I'm extra squishy, and Yasuo does a boatload of damage. We have pretty good wave clear, though, with Morgana being there. But they're still going to get the tower here. Leona's just too scary. So, I definitely should be backing. I have tons of mana. Oh, there's Yasuo doing what he does. Skadoodling out of battle. And there he is coming back in. And I'm going to die because I stayed way too long. That's exactly why I shouldn't have been there. We didn't have enough to fight his 5. It's frustrating when you know your deaths are something that could have been prevented. And there's Yasuo with his maximum amount of mobility. He just jumps around and does what he wants. I'm not a big Yasuo fan, but he's not really my cup of tea. I haven't got to play him that much either. There's a little satchel trick again. Right now, we are losing our grip on the game. After the kills bot and a pretty good start mid, Yasuo is making a really big difference in the team fights here. And our Warwick just, I don't know. I'm not really sure what he was thinking. He should have definitely not done that. We have, now that it's mid-game and we're in the team fight stage, we have a lot of AoE with me, Sivir, Morgana's ultimate. We have the ability to single target burst with Warwick, myself, Jax jumping on a target. We also have the ability to chase down with Sivir's ultimate and me being able to throw down the minefield. If you look at their team with Corki and Syndra, their burst is also pretty well as Yasu. We all know what he can do. We just seen that. Their front line with Voli and Leona is very scary. They're able to initiate fights, at the snap of a finger, and you have to be aware of that when positioning. That's why every game is so much different. Each game, your positioning will have to change based on, what the opponent's abilities are. If you're versing a Volibear, he obviously can't just run through all your slows. He can't run through your minefield. If you're facing someone like the Nasus, Nasus can wither you and slow you down, so it changes things. And there's a fail satchel charge. Obviously changes things, so you just need to be aware of who you're playing against and what they're able to do against you each game. Morgana's picking up a little bit of CS here. Coming back. I should definitely not be here. This is not where you want to be with no vision. We see Leona lurking bot. Pigs go up. We should definitely get there. It looks like top lane has picked up the tower, and they're going to react to that. So we're going to try and pick this dragon up. There's 4 of us here. And there was a Volibear top, I believe. So here's this. And Warwick got a good smite. We got a flash for my ultimate, which is good. Ultimate will come up again before the flash. So I'm jumping over the dragon pit with satchel charges. Trying to get into this fight here. Don't know how good of an idea it is. Our Jax is off doing red buff as we do this, which is not where he should be. Here's Sivir ultimates, but like I said, Jax isn't here. If Jax wouldn't have been at red buff and he would have been, paying attention to where we are as a team and what's going on, we would have been able to take that fight pretty handily. And I get called out and stunned by Syndra, so I die. I am Ziggs, and I don't really do a whole lot. I didn't finish the chalice. I was gonna go and get a void staff first, but I decided to get the Holy Grail. Athletes, I called it chalice. Chalice is the first part. I did finish that, and I finished Codex, so I figured I invested 900 more into the Holy Grail. Now I will go into Void Staff, which I really enjoy doing on most AP mids. I love to go Rabadons. I love to go double Dorans into a Rabadons or into Void Staff, or I'll go Chalice into Rabadons. Sometimes I will finish the Holy Grail before Void Staff like I did here, or I will just go directly for Void Staff. It's a very safe and comfortable build on almost all AP mid laners, that is. And it allows you to do damage, do a large amount of damage. Here we're going to shove down mid, and I'm going to try and do a little trick here. As you can see, when I throw down the minefield, it gives me vision, so I could see if anybody was at race, and nobody was there, so I wasn't expecting a flank, but I wanted to get backed up there. And here comes the team fight. We're going to drop spell shield down, which allows me to not get stunned. I throw my ultimate up, hit Syndra, knock her to a pretty respectable health, and I get obliterated by her because she comes back in and I target volley. Should not have done that. Should not have targeted volley there. And our Sivir is getting decimated as our Warwick is off pondering, what he's going to eat for dinner tonight. I don't know what he's doing. He was not in the fight, which is another thing that just happened. First, it was Jax that wasn't there, and then it was Warwick, and we lost both fights handily. So after a clean 2-0 start, I am 2-4, and I am not where I should be. I've only picked up about 60 farm, in the past 12 minutes. At about 13 minutes, I was at 96 or 100. So obviously, Laney Fate ends, but you still need to be focusing on that farm, picking it up when you can, when you're not pushing objectives, and we're not really doing that. We're getting caught out and getting beat on. So you got to be careful. I'm gonna pick up. I guess I don't. I think I was sitting there to pick up Amptune, and I ended up leaving without getting it, which is silly. It's a terrible mistake by me. And I am just pondering. I'm pretty sure I'm trying to figure out why we cannot seem to group. We have Jax mid by himself, Warwick's wandering off top lane, and our AD carry and support were bot lane. So it's obviously 26 minutes. We are at mid game, and they are dominating us in team fights as Leona taunts us. So, I mean, we need to get it together. We don't have a bad team fight. We can definitely win. So we just need to focus up, get good team fights. We got a double buff Corki, which is scary. As you can see, we're going to push down the lane, which might not be the best idea. We don't have a tower to back us up. So slowly trying to throw stuff out, and I don't know what Jax is doing, but Leona is, ooh, good spell shield by Sivir there. And here comes the fight. Jax gets a pretty good stun off on 4 or 5 members. I'm off to the side. Boom. I drop a killer Mega Inferno Bomb. Knock Yasuo pretty much out of the fight. Avoid a lot of damage from the AD carry. Try to keep the rest of the team zoned while Jax and Warwick are able to finish off the other two. And as you can see, it worked to perfection. We get a 4 for 1. Our Warwick here is, I'm not sure. I thought he was going to tank it and not. And he kept moving. So it looks like Syndra got a little nutty. And I get to score the ace. We need to get out as fast as possible. Because their timers are probably coming up. We clear the wave and recalls are incoming. I have enough Void Staff. I'm going to pick that up. It's going to spike my damage up even more. Which is exciting. After Void Staff on Ziggs, you want to pick up Sheen and build it into Lichbane, which is an extremely awesome and fun item. It allows you to do a ton of damage from auto attacks because it also procs with his passive, so your autos will do even more damage because because it's able to stack when you use an ability. Lichbane's going to allow you to hit for that extra AP damage and from the passive as well. So you don't really see it coming if you're not used to playing against Ziggs. It's just bouncing bomb, auto, throw down the minefield, then satchel charge, pick up another Lichbane proc, and it's pretty much game over. You just get demolished. Here I am, not rocking like a hurricane. That would have been a good line, but they're pinging Baron. I do not know where they're at, so we're going to go check Baron out and see what happens. I guess I'm going to just farm mid because I'm so frustrated with them not knowing what they want to do, and they're not at Baron. Jack seems to be called out. Leona's behind him, and me and Warwick are pushing mid. So, killing spree by Jax, who eventually gets demolished. And here in bloop, the sniper. Ziggs the sniper alert. That's what I'm talking about. She was probably in the shop, not really realizing what to do. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. Satchel Charge Boom bounces me over to the right to get out of the middle of the fight and allow me an excellent, excellent angle to lay minefields to control the flow of the fight. In the jungle, Corky's able to use his minefields to slow and control, like I said, the flow. As you can see there, Corky could not come back through the front of the tower because he would take damage from the bouncing bombs. So it's all about how you position yourself and how you position your skills. Oh, so close. So close with the bouncing bomb. Right there, we pick up an extra tower. And see, the bear, nothing he can do. He can't just run through the minefield and get to me. I'm going to back here and purchase Sheen. Well, it looks like I'm not. I guess I'm talking with them. And as you can see, Warwick's bot picking up the big guy camp. Whenever I'm in solo queue or playing a game, and I notice everyone's in a different spot, I stand at the steps and analyze which position would benefit the team most for me being at. And that's a good habit to have, especially in solo queue, because communicating with your teammates can be so hard sometimes. So you need to just go ahead and get used to it. Get used to being able to analyze the situation, because some people don't want to talk and you just don't know what's going to happen. Alright, I'm back up to 4-4. I got 12 assists. Farm's mediocre. Obviously here I see Leona called out. Jax flashes, jumps, hits a stun. Corky jumps away. I'm thinking about throwing a bomb, and I get stunned by Leona's ultimate. Not quite sure if that was the best use, but we are doing a ton of damage. As you can see, the minefield did so much damage. Just able to wreck them as they walk through it. And we have Morgana's pool. So much damage laying on the ground. Trying to pick up a good vantage point. That's what the wards help for. And laying down another minefield. Voli's just decided to walk through them for some odd reason. Not sure about Leona trying to chase us down. Jax stops and waits. As you can see, Jax is one of those champions that just needs a little boost to get going. And once he gets going, he is going to snowball. I should not be in the front because my escape is not the greatest. So I need to get back and stay behind. Just used another ward to go ahead and give us some vision around. Make sure we can see where they're moving. If they go down to Baron, they might walk through that way. And Warwick and Morgana are already out and about in this fight. He jumps on Corky along with Jax, the dive buddies. I am manipulating the rest of the team using slows, using the satchel charges, and Yasu gets kind of stuck. Stuck between a Jax and a hard place, aka Warwick. And Warwick took so much damage there for us. Oh my goodness. And she is just demolished. Looks like a wasted ult. I kind of wanted to pick the kill up. But, like I said, it's only a minute cooldown now, really. So we're going to, next time we team fight, because of death timers and all that, I will most likely have my ultimate up. It's a good time. There's no better time to use it than now. So we're going to go ahead and bounce back into battle. I'm going to walk bottom and shove that lane back as Looks like Jax is doing the same. Morgana is doing the same. That way, we will have better vision on the map as we crawled back into this game. We were down by, I believe, 7 kills and a couple towers early on. But, like I said, our positioning got better. Our team fight got better, and we started to group up. So, never count yourself out of a game. Don't allow, a bad decision to go ahead and put you on tilt, because you will have so many opportunities to come back and make plays as long as you stick with it. Keep your farm up and, keep the objectives, keep your team morale up. I mean, some games are just unwinnable. I understand you're going to get trolled. And here we go. Yasuo's getting caught out, or Yasuo catching Jax out with his buddy Volibear up top. Now we're down a man. They have a power play here, as the hockey players would call it. They're going to be able to have a 5v4 for the next 40 seconds. And looks like they're going to run over to Baron, so we're going to have to defend it. Clearing wards. We don't really know what's going on. Wow. I go ahead and demolish. Absolutely demolish Yasuo, which is a lot of their damage. Boom. Drop the ultimate. Allows our friends to go in and boom, pick up a double kill. Warwick actually, which was awesome. You can rewind it and check it out. Ults someone, then smites the dragon. He ults their jungler and smites the dragon almost simultaneously, it looked like. And that allowed them to not pick up the Baron. I said dragon, sorry. So I just picked up 4 kills there. We did most of that without Jax. Just good team positioning, letting the Baron wither down the team, and just waiting. We had a plan. We executed it. And it feels really good when you do that, because we just probably won the game off of that. We took complete control, took 2 towers, and Jax is coming back with a ton of gold. We also have Baron buff. As you can see here, we're going to go ahead and push in, take these towers down. Warwick's a huge, huge problem for them right now, as is Jax. Jax is just demolishing Yasuo at the bottom of the screen here. I am just chunking bombs, slowing people, throwing big Mega Inferno bombs, and I went godlike there, which is always awesome and a good time to do. Just kind of standing there, finishing the game up. Going to give him a GG. I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope you learned a lot of awesome things about Ziggs and maybe positioning and Baron control. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment. I will try to get back to you. Any requests, any champions you want me to play, let me know. Here's the score screen. You can check out some of the item builds in this game. Let me know how you feel, if I should try anything out or anything. I really like to play Ziggs a lot. He's a lot of fun. If you haven't tried him, definitely check him out. He's one of the most powerful mids in the game right now. So until next time, I will be back. Check out some of my other content. Sorry it took so long to get this video up. I've been having a cold and some other issues. But thanks for sticking with me, guys. Appreciate all the support. Have a good evening. Thanks for checking out the channel. Be sure to check out some of my other guides. I have an Aatrox jungle guide here, and also a jungle Rengar game, which is pretty long. Interesting game. Shows you how to throw. Thanks again, guys. Take care.